Hey Star Wars fans, Budget Jedi here, and welcome to another diorama attempt. As you can see here, I've got some of my Hoth related toys. Been wanting to do this for a while. So I've got this Search for Luke Skywalker battle pack. This was a Christmas gift from my buddy Boshak71 across the pond. And I've got the Luke Skywalker's Tauntaun here. Got it on clearance for about 18 bucks. And of course I have the Hoth Luke Skywalker and my very own Saga Wampa monster. But what I don't have is a Wampa Cave. And so I thought it'd be a fun summer project to attempt to make a Wampa Cave. So when it comes to Hoth based dioramas, I've seen some really awesome ones made from like styrofoam. I've seen some made out of huge plaster snow structures. I've got foam noodles. I don't know if you guys have this, but in the summertime you can find these everywhere. These are basically waterproof foam noodles made into long 5-foot strips, and you can find them anywhere, especially towards the end of the summer. They'll be on clearance, anywhere from 50 cents to $1 each. I picked up a whole bunch of these for about $1 each. And I'm thinking these are going to be my main ingredient. These are easy to work with, and actually spray paint works on them without sort of dissolving them. And also they don't break apart. So I've taken a regular cardboard box here, a big box of 24 by 10 by 10. I think this is the same box that I received from Hasbro Toy Shop. I've taped it up and made 2 openings on the front and side facings of the box. And what I've done is I've made the basic structure of the Wampa Cave. This is absolutely the cheapest and easiest way I can think of to make the supporting structure. The next step to this is to get some Elmer's glue or some fabric glue. Fabric glue works really well. If you can get one of these, it's about $2 or $3 a pop. Take little pieces of this foam and continually stick it to all the surfaces, small or large. We're going to cover most of this wall area with the foam parts. Here's a quick progress report. What I've done so far is I've used about 2 out of 3 of my foam noodles, and I've cut it into pieces to make it look like crystallite or crystalline formations here. Nothing went to waste. I even stuck the leftover parts up here. I didn't want this Wampa Cave to look like a rectangle, so I took this leftover cardboard piece, stuck it on up there, and you can see I just added a couple of more leftover pieces there. Added a couple of icicles. Now I'm right now I'm only worried about the vertical pieces and the walls. The floor as well as the ceiling and the top here I'm going to utilize as a more playing room, but I'm going to use another material for that. Now I've put in some kind of bent long pieces there, and what that did was that let me get away with a couple of corners there, kind of getting rid of the corners and making it look like a rounded surface. And I did the same thing back there as well. That's all empty space behind there. So now what I have to do is make these jagged looking surfaces into something smoother and more like this. And I'm going to use fire for that. One thing I learned from my Sarlacc display diorama is that you can shape these foam parts using heat. Now you got to do this in a well ventilated area, and you just have to kind of go slowly and one part at a time, like so. Here's a quick update to what it looks like after I'm done heating up some of the foam parts. And as you can see, it looks a little more smooth and more realistic. And the next thing that we're going to do is paint everything white using spray paint. Also, this needs to be done in an outside environment or a very well ventilated area. Okay, here's a quick update. This is what the Wampa Cave looks like after some white spray painting. As you can see, there's a lot of blue shadows inside and outside, which is great because I wanted it to match this toy right here. And another action feature that I put in is a little foam pillow there with 2 slices, because what would a Wampa Cave be without a Luke Skywalker action feature? Apart from that, we've taken care of the crystal parts of the ice cave. Now we've got to take care of the powdery snow parts of the ice cave, and for that we're gonna go with paper mache. And I'm gonna use some toilet paper as well as all-purpose flour here. Now you could look it up on YouTube. There's lots of instructional videos on this, but pretty much you mix flour with water and you put paper, either newspaper, or in my case I'm using toilet paper, and you can form up all the snow that's going to be on top here as well as down here and the ceiling. Okay, so here is a look at my foam noodle and toilet paper Wampa Cave. You might have noticed this is not movie accurate in any way, but I initially meant it as a display for my figures, as always, but also as a playset where people or I can play with it, put some figures in it and do battles, right? It feels light and durable, which is really nice, and everything is soft and safe for kids, I guess you can say. Easy to lift, and it looks all right. It probably doesn't look as nice as if I used plaster, but there it is. And the next thing we're going to do is let's get some figures on this and in this, see what it looks like as a display. Here it is, guys, my Wampa Cave with some of my action figures posed in it. Got a random action fleet piece over there to enhance my Hoth display. Really, I'm using it to show off all of my Hoth collection, and I'm trying to imagine all the different possible scenarios that you can do with this type of display. And what I did here is I put a layer of it's called buffalo snow, or I guess fake snow, cotton snow. You can buy this at any discount store, especially around Christmas times. You can get a huge sheet of like 6 by 6 for $1 or $1.99, and I'm really glad it came out the way it did, because I think that it looks pretty realistic, and this whole diorama was really modeled after this piece of toy from the Saga line, and I'm glad I used the blue foam, because as you can see it really matches. Really, this whole diorama is an accessory to that little toy there, where I can put Luke right above it and the Wampa right in his eating chamber right there. Let's look at some of the stuff that I put in here. I've got Luke's Tauntaun, and over here we have Han's Tauntaun and the trooper that came with that set. I've got some more Hoth troopers over here climbing over the side in a battle scene. And this is why I kind of made the top sort of a flat surface, because I had imagined you could be using this playset for a little battle scene. So I've got some snow troopers here with that droid. Maybe some stormtroopers would fit in right here. I had made this Wampa Cave originally only for this scene. Luke, the the Wampa, and of course the accessory down here with Luke's saber in it. And I had originally intended this side door for Luke's escape, but I'm glad, you know, I used the box. You can imagine how if you had used other shapes of structures, you can really make some nice looking caves. And speaking of nice looking caves, if I know of any dioramas out there that's Hoth based that should be mentioned, check it out in the links below or on screen. I'll be sure to give them a mention. Total work time for this diorama was about 5 hours without curing time or drying time, which was about 24 to 30 hours. And the cost of this was not more than $10. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as usual, really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's attempt. And I will see you guys on the next video.
Wait for it. Boom. This thing is automatic, so painting actually. So yeah. Whoa.
Can you set up his gun?
Yes. Look, he's daydreaming. Look, he's daydreaming.
Hey, here's another gun.
No, that's his gun.
His gun will